It is, it's pretty crazy to think that it's 2018. And it's crazy to think too, we've been full-time RVing in 2015, 2016, 2017, and now 2018. 4 different years we've been doing this, and still loving it. Today, we are heading to California. Well, we won't be anywhere near California today, but we're hoping to head toward California today. We're like, I don't know, it's like 31 Google hours away, so probably like 35, 40 hours. We're hoping to get 2 pretty good long days in, take a break for a couple days, a couple more long days in. Maybe we'd be there by then, probably not. And then probably like 1 more day after that. So really the name of the game on this is going to be just making these long hauls. And one of the keys for us doing this is for Hensley to be able to sit for long periods of time. I've been playing around with having some sort of a surface for her to like do crafts on, Legos on, Play-Doh on, all that kind of stuff. I built this out of like foam board. It's just like 2 or 3 foam boards glued together. Car seat already had these straps that we don't need in our van, and so I've been able to lock it into place using this little thing right here, and then I screwed these in on the bottom. Not insanely heavy duty, probably not gonna last that long, but I'll consider this like the first prototype and see how it does. But I love that it's lightweight. I love that if we did crash or something like that, I don't think it would hurt her being as soft as it is and being just foam board, but I just don't know if it's gonna be strong enough to hold up. So we'll find out. Gotta learn somewhere. And so that's really what we focused on a lot, is just stuff for Hensley to do while we're going down the road. Of course, we've got all this underneath. We store underneath the seat. We've got all this to mix things up if we need to, with puzzles and learning books and coloring books and Play-Doh. And then, of course, we've got our Android tablet up front that we can use for shows. And then the always classic iPad that she's got. Some really good educational stuff on that, though. It's like 4-ish p.m. almost right now, so we're going to leave later in the day, so she's going to be sleeping part of that long haul. So it's not like she's awake the whole time, just sitting there in the seat. But I still feel like we have plenty to do. And Marissa can get out of her seat if she needs to and get in the back and interact with Hensley. And that's one of the things we love about the van, too, is the option to do that. We've made it to our first stop, 3 hours in. We've only got 1 day and 3 hours to go. Never been to a Mapco. They got the best sound system I've ever heard, though. It's cold, isn't it? Okay.
It's too cold.
Too cold in there? It is a toasty 7 degrees right now. Woo, Hensley! It's cold, isn't it?
Alright, California.
You ready? We're not at California yet. It's a long drive, kiddo. So true story, we left Marissa's mom's house, which is where we've been mooch docking, I guess we call it, or whatever, and stopped at a gas station about 5 miles down the road to fill up before we got on the interstate. And Hensley asked if that was California.
It's hard to take a break.
It's hard to take a break. We had to take a break, didn't we? We'll get there. We'll get there.
I'm a Rapunzel.
You're Rapunzel? Is that your long hair? It's so pretty. So one disadvantage of a travel trailer over like a motorhome that we've had before, like it is cold in the travel trailer. Like Hensley wanted to get out and go hang out in the Airstream while we're here at the gas station like she usually does, and she's like, no. So we're gonna get in a few more hours at least tonight, right kiddo? Then we're gonna settle in for the night, probably at a Walmart or Cabela's is my guess, but we'll see what we find. What's out there?
Walmart.
It is Walmart. I've never seen somebody so excited to wake up in a Walmart. How's those Fruit Loops?
I'm so big and strong.
Yep, they're gonna make you big and strong if you eat breakfast. I don't know about Fruit Loops,
I
but
can jump at the trampoline.
yeah? So we pulled into a Walmart about, I don't know, an hour west of Little Rock around 1:30 last night. So we got in 8 hours, which is pretty good driving for us to be able to get that in. And Hensley slept half of it, which was the goal. I mean, you just got to do what works for you, and you got to do these long distances. We definitely prefer breaking things up to 4-hour chunks or less, but whew, this is a haul.
Travel across the country with a toddler. We like to break things up. We like to use restaurants with play places or stop at parks and make lunch in the RV and then picnic. But when it's cold outside, it makes it really difficult to do that. So I guess we're kind of limited to a play place, something indoors, just to kind of give her that break to get off some steam and then get back on the road.
Well, it's tough because usually we at least have the option where we can pull over, hop in the Airstream real quick and get something to eat. But it's like, I mean, it's probably 30 degrees in there right now. It's not warm. And we can warm it up, but who wants to pull over and use a ton of propane and wait 30 minutes for us to warm up? So that's all new. Without a motorhome, you run into that stuff. But again, if you follow the weather, you don't deal with much of any of this stuff. Are you a little stinker? He's like... We made it to the OK RV park. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, but
Not okay.
it's not okay that all the water's frozen.
So we've checked, I don't know, 6 spigots so far. There's nobody here. It's like a self-check-in, first-come, first-serve thing. I mean, there's like 10, 15 open spots, but all the water's frozen. I'm assuming maybe it doesn't get below freezing here too often. I don't know. So we're debating what to do. Marissa really wanted some water tonight. Though we do have electric, at least, which is better than what we had at Walmart. But so far, no water. Just all frozen solid. Man. So here's what I mean. These are all frozen. I found one that was insulated, but it was frozen too. So I guess stuff needs to be insulated and heated to make it through this. You can't even. Yeah, so. All above ground. Whew. I'm assuming Amarillo is not used to 15-degree weather, so. All right, babe. You want electric only, or do you want to go look for some water? I mean, it's 8 o'clock, but nothing's gonna be open past 8. So we're right here. We've got overnight RV park. Soon enough lookups. I don't know. I just don't know what we're gonna run into. Amarillo Ranch. So the good thing about this spot is it's a Passport America place, so it's like $12.50, $13.50 a night. I guess if you're not getting water, that's still not great. So we've opted to just pull in for the night, use electric. We figure it's worth whatever, 13 bucks to get electric for the night, and we'll just figure out what we're gonna do tomorrow. We do have a little bit of water in our freshwater tank. I don't know how much. Like, I think the sensor's jacked up because everything's so cold, because it's saying that we're almost empty when I tried to fill it up before we left. So I don't know. We have some water in our freshwater tank. We don't know how much, so we're just gonna use that tonight and get by. Okay, came out to hook up the electric, and that's not what you want to see. So that's saying there's an open ground on it. So we are not gonna use a 50 amp. We still got a 30 amp. Let me try that. So 30 amp didn't work either. Gonna look at another site. So far we struck out on water on every site and struck out on electric on one. Open ground. I'm gonna guess they're all open ground. So after checking several outlets, they all have an open ground. From what I understand, open ground, it can damage things electrically, but the big fear for me is, and what I've heard is, there's a chance, it's not very big, but there's a chance, if you're standing outside and you're on the ground and you touch your RV, especially with an all-metal RV like what we have, it could really give you a jolt as an adult, or if it's a kid, I mean, it could possibly kill a kid. You guys that know more about that than me, comment below. All I know is it's not reading normal on it. We're gonna go ahead and move on. I'm not gonna stay here, even though it's 13, 14 bucks. We're just gonna sit in a Walmart parking lot if we're not gonna have any hookups. So we're gonna move on, but we are hopefully gonna stay in Amarillo. We got one more short ride in the van. Do you know where we're going?
Uh-huh.
Where are we going? We're gonna go to Walmart. Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
All right.
We're
We're gonna
going back to Walmart.
Yeah, we're gonna go back to Walmart. We also Marissa couldn't wait to take a shower.
I mean,
That's not your fault. Turns out the I don't know if underneath the RV is frozen or what, but our gray tank wouldn't take any more water. So
now I'm having to
something's frozen
pay
somewhere on
for my
that.
shower.
So we're having to scoop the water out manually and put it in the black tank so that we can go down the road without all the water splashing out.
I can't wait to get to warm weather.
Alright, just gonna do Walmart again. If we use a lot of propane, we use a lot of propane. That was a lot of driving today, wasn't it, kid? So in 2 days, we've done 4 states, over 1,000 miles, and we are halfway to California. Can you say California?
California.
Yeah, and we're in Amarillo. Can you say Amarillo?
Oh, Grandma.
Good enough. We were gonna stay a couple nights and check out Amarillo. I don't know now. I don't know what we're doing yet. We know what we're doing, babe?
See how we feel in the morning.
We'll see how we feel in the morning.
Wrigley.
You're so squirmy. You want to be so squirmy. Lots of ways to travel long distances. If you don't plan ahead, this is kind of what can happen. It's all about the journey. Right, Hensley?
Yes.
Is it all about the journey? You never know what's going to happen.
Me are very special together.
We are special together.
Hey, yay. The end.
The end. All right, we'll catch you guys later.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Mwah.